and I have to consider how much they pay for transportation, or if they give an allowance for transportation. Yeah, usually it's one fare, that they pay. And if you have to take more than one, bus or subway, then you pay. Because they pay for just one ticket. Experience is also important because I have to apply for a job that I know that I'll be able to do. Yes, that I am skilled. And the working hours. Yes, ideally full-time for me. And I prefer to work at night, so if I can choose my shift, it's better. Is it important for you to know the benefits that the company offers? Yeah, sure. What benefits are important? Oh, medical assistance, yes. And meal tickets. Have you ever refused a job because of the benefits? No, it's never happened to me. No, never. And what about you? Okay, so the working hours. Oh, now it's you, right? Yeah, it's the same salary, location. So experience, and I have to do something that I know how to do. Oh, and also it's important to have a career plan. There's sometimes you spend like 40 years doing the same thing. So how should that be shown in the ad? Well, the company that we worked for, the security company, they insisted on it that because my role there was a different one, different from yours. You worked at the gate, right? And I worked in the treasury, so yes, different. So there wasn't a career plan. Yeah, I didn't like that really. So I never had any opportunities. All right, so now can you rank the items, please? Ah, you have? Okay. So, yes, from 1 to 5, let's say, okay? From the most important to the least important. Salary is 1. Location, 2nd. Flexible hours, number 3. And what about you? Location, 1st. Salary, 2nd. Experience, 3rd. Anything else you would like to add? No? And you? It's pretty much the same. Salary, unfortunately, yeah. And 2nd, location. Experience. Career plan. That's it. And by reading the job description, you would know whether there is a career plan or not. Yes, usually they tell you about it, but in reality, it's not really like that. Yeah. Sorry, but I still haven't quite understood about the career plan. Well, they say you have to spend 6 months doing something, and then six after that, if you have no delays, what else? Oh, if you always wore the uniform and all that. So if everything was fine, then you could join the process for a promotion. But that never happened in reality. But it's important to know there is such a thing. It's an incentive. Because if you have a chance of being promoted, you can dedicate yourself to it. Yes, I agree with him. It's really like that. If you never missed a day, or if you always wore the uniform, and there were other items, in this checklist, and then you could be eligible for a promotion. Oh yeah, you also had to take some courses they offered. And when we first joined, we didn't know about that. And would it make any difference if you knew this before you applied? Yes, sure. I think it's important to know about all the processes, yes. And I think they should tell you that beforehand. It should be part of the job description. It should be included so you know what they expect and what they can offer. Yeah, they should tell you about it. And your ranking is what? Yes, from 1 to 5. If it's full-time or part-time, second, the salary, the location, and availability. Okay, so now we're going to do a second activity. Okay, having the ideal applicant in mind. Okay, so I want you to draw here what you think makes a quality applicant for a job. Okay? So feel free to do whatever you like here. You can draw, you can, okay? Yes, a good applicant. What makes a quality applicant for a job? Because there are all sorts of people, right? So what is a good applicant? Basically, that's it. You can write a list or you can draw. Feel free. So how do you convince the recruiter that you are the best applicant? Well, I talk about my personality, my strengths, yes, and my weaknesses also. Yeah. So you all done? So let's see what you've got. Well, the first thing is that you have to look presentable. What do you mean? Well, wearing, like proper clothes, but what do you mean? Well, not too casual and not too dressed up either. And you have to be punctual, you have to be natural, you have to express yourself, naturally, and you have to be sincere, right? There are people who lie a lot during the interview. So basically, these are the points. And why are these points important? Well, because the interviewer will ask you questions and you have to know how to answer them. And you see, don't lie. You cannot lie. And because you get caught. So it's better to tell the truth, rather than claiming that you did this and you did that when it's not real. For me, experience, and a good applicant has to be experienced. You're not going to hire a cook, that doesn't know how to cook. And also you have to be responsible with the working hours and arrive on time. You have to be flexible. And you have to know how to talk to people, without being rude or anything. Right, so experience, responsibility, flexibility. Okay. And you? Oh, it's very important to be punctual. Yes, it's very important to be on time. And you have to be dynamic. You have to know how to do teamwork. And the company should convey to you the targets and plans. Because, as I said earlier, if you work for a company and you have all these requirements and you have the autonomy to improve, I think you are bound to succeed. You will feel appreciated. What about you? Yes, I agree with what they said. I also consider punctuality important, commitment, dedication, and flexibility. You have to be easygoing. Because it's good to interact with people and you have to know how to treat people and understand them. I think that is key. Punctuality, it's the least, that you can do, is be on time. And commitment is important. You have to be committed to what you're doing there. Dedication also. It's your livelihood. You have to dedicate yourself to the job. That's what I try to convey to the companies I work for. So these are the qualities that I would expect from an applicant. All right. So let's do this last exercise quickly because we're running behind schedule here. So now let's imagine you are looking for a job, right, on the internet, and you see this. Okay, so what do you think of it? I have come across a list like this. Really? Tell me about it. Well, the one I came across was a link, and the other one had to do with my profile. What do you mean? No, I just had to enter my name and my phone number because they already had my profile because it was on because of Facebook. Okay, what stands out there? Suppose you're looking for a job and you get this on your screen. What stands out? Is it confusing? Is it easy? What do you expect to see next? I think you should have more information about the company, about the job. There is very little stuff here. Oh, location is missing. Yeah, further information is missing. Yeah, location. So have you seen a similar page on Facebook? Oh yes, I have several times. So what should be different or... Well, they should be more detailed. It lacks information here. Okay, if it's a waiter, all right, the role is there. The company as well, okay, that's fine. Full time. And when it was posted, okay, 3 days ago. But what about the address and, so what would you see next? Well, I know. I actually, because I tested it. I entered my name. I clicked. It said apply. I clicked there. I just entered my name, my phone number. It was a test, really. I did it because I didn't see a risk. So, oh yes, I think they should include the age they're looking for, the age range. Yeah. Sometimes they include that, but in most cases they don't. And how can you tell whether it's real or not? No, you just don't know. You can't know. Okay, now let me show you a second one. It's the same situation, okay? Okay, so what do you think of this second option here? There's still information missing. Now, but here you can filter. Because I am the one looking for a job, so it's important to be able to filter. This one's got more options, but there's still something missing here. It depends also on what's going to happen next, you see. If it is like the previous page, it's not going to be very helpful. There's just the place and the job. It's not in details. Okay, it talks about the place, the location, but it's not very clear, you see. And then, because we really need a job, we end up clicking here, and sometimes we get, messages that are a nuisance. Okay, anything else? Considering what you are looking for, can you think of an easier way for you to find a job? Or they should talk more about the vacancy. And considering just the search. Well, okay, it's all there. And then where would you go next? What do you mean? Where would you click right now? Imagine you're looking for a job and you see this page. Salary, yes, I would filter per salary. Yes, the same, me too. Okay, so now this is another possibility. Which do you prefer?
I think it's still search. Right. Search with keywords, with suggested searches.
Okay, considering you are looking for a job, okay? What would happen next? Where would you click? I would click here in full time. And then, what do you think would happen? What would be the next screen? The times, I think I would see the times, the hours. Let me ask you a question. Bilingual here. It's like the company wants an applicant that speaks English fluently. Well, you tell me, what do you think when you see that? An applicant that speaks English. What do you think of that? I think that's good. Right, so what is happening here? It's a more detailed search. So if it is, your first job, you can see all the openings that don't require experience. Yeah, there are companies that are interested in that kind of hiring. So the filters are more specified. Okay. Now I'm showing you another option here, okay? Okay, this one has a map now. Is that a good idea or not? Yes, it's a good idea to have a map. So you can really see exactly where the place is, where it's located. It's great. Is there anything missing or confusing? No. So what would you do next? I would click in the place that is not so far away. Having the map here makes it easier for you to choose the place. Yes, so this one is the most complete search for me. Because of the location, you see, the filters are still here. If I want to filter it differently, I can do so. But the map helps. So this one has all the filters that the previous ones had, plus the map. It's the best. Okay, so another option now. Okay, tell me how you like it. Oh, I have done this. I have used this before. I have done all the procedures. Then they sent me a link. I didn't really rely on it, so I didn't click. Yes, I have done it as well. But I don't click. You see, I'm afraid it can be a virus or not reliable, so I don't click. Yes, I'm sort of like fearful that it may not be reliable. That's basically it. Not secure. What was your favorite one out of all the ones I showed? The one with the map. Yeah, the one with the map. Is there anything that you would change about it or add to it? Any suggestions? No. Okay, so one last question quickly that I forgot to ask you earlier. When you were doing the personality exercise, in your CV, how do you show them that you are a good candidate, a good applicant? Well, based on my characteristics, such as, well, see, punctuality. Do you write it down? Yes, I do. Like a list? Yes, a list. Yes. How do you do this? What do you actually write? In my CV, I write it down. And what do you call this list? Personal characteristics or personal features. And what about you guys? I write a letter of introduction. Okay, that's it. Thank you. Sorry about the delay. And thanks for joining us. Actually, is there anything you would like to add? Any suggestions? No? All right, that's cool then. Thank you. Thanks for joining us.